Oh man, this Activision Blizzard deal continues. But this time it's some very, very good news coming from the Xbox camp. Phil Spencer tweeted yesterday, Microsoft has entered into a 10-year commitment to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo. Following the merger of Microsoft and Activision Blizzard King, Microsoft is committed to helping bring more games to more people however they choose to play. He also said, I'm also pleased to confirm that Microsoft has committed to continue to offer Call of Duty on Steam simultaneously to Xbox after we have closed the merger with Activision Blizzard King. Hey, yeah, Phil Spencer is out there telling the regulators, telling Sony, telling the world. We offered Nintendo a 10-year commitment to Call of Duty. They accepted. We offered Steam a 10-year commitment to Call of Duty. They accepted. PlayStation, what are you guys going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to accept? All of the concerns that we heard from the regulators, FTC, CMA, EU, all of the concerns we heard was, we want to make sure this benefits the gamers. We want to make sure Call of Duty isn't taken away from these other platforms. Xbox is like, hell, we're not taking nothing away. Actually, we're adding platforms. When was the last Call of Duty on Nintendo? Ghost in 2013 or something? I know people are saying the Nintendo Switch is weak, it's too weak for COD. That's why Activision Blizzard stopped putting the games on the Switch. But you guys got to remember, the Nintendo Switch is a pretty old console, meaning I'm sure they're going to have an updated Nintendo Switch pretty soon. Maybe it will be comparable in power to the Xbox Series S, who knows? But a new Nintendo Switch will definitely be releasing within the next 2 years. Now, Brad Smith, he's talking that shit, guys. He said, our acquisition will bring Call of Duty to more gamers and more platforms than ever before. That's good for competition and good for consumers. Thank you, Nintendo. Any day Sony wants to sit down and talk, we'll be happy to hammer out a 10-year deal for PlayStation as well. Oh, man. We heard that Microsoft offered PlayStation that 10-year deal, and they did not accept it. Now, they didn't decline it, but they have not accepted it yet. We remember hearing earlier this year, they offered PlayStation a 3-year deal. Jim Ryan, crying ass, came out there and said it's inadequate. Okay, so Xbox offered them a 10-year deal. They have not accepted. And this is funny, guys, because we know how PlayStation does not want this deal to go through. Xbox is doing everything they can to make sure this deal gets finalized. Any concerns? Yo, listen, we're putting the game everywhere. How is this going to hurt gamers? It's not going to hurt gamers. Xbox has been extremely confident throughout this entire process. Phil Spencer has said repeatedly, we expect the deal to go through. Satya Nadella has said repeatedly, we expect the deal to go through. And Brad Smith has said the same thing. They expect the deal to go through. They have some approvals from regulators. Saudi Arabia, some other regulators approved the deal, but the real issue is FTC, the EU, CMA. Those guys, I don't know. But I think Xbox has a plan here. Them putting this out there publicly, they want people to know we're willing to play ball. We're offering this, and a 10-year deal is great. We know they can't offer a forever deal. A 10-year deal is a great offer. 10 whole years. Think about that. If a kid is 10 years old right now, they'll be 20 by the time that deal is over. So I think that's more than fair. We will see what Sony does now, because I believe Sony is arrogant enough to say, we're not accepting the deal, and they're going to continue to try to get this deal blocked. Sony needs to be very careful, because if they're so arrogant, they're going to still not accept the offer that Xbox offered them for 10 years. I think it's going to come back to bite them in the ass. How could the regulators ride with Sony after Xbox offered them 10 whole years to keep the game on their platform? Sony wants to keep the game, They want to keep the marketing. They don't want the game in Game Pass. Sony is some arrogant pieces of shit. They're showing their true colors now. And it's crazy. Guys, but also Phil Spencer said a quote that I thought was pretty funny. Dina Bass said, Microsoft's offered a similar deal to Sony, but they haven't accepted. Phil Spencer isn't mincing words about that. Phil said, from where we sit, it's clear they're spending more time with the regulators than they are with us to try and get this deal done. Phil Spencer, talk that shit, my man. Talk that shit. I think he's right. All PlayStation does is cry about this deal. Like Phil Spencer said, they don't even want to sit down and talk to Microsoft about keeping the game on their platform. Their main focus is to get this deal blocked. And that's a damn shame. That is a damn shame. I'm seeing PlayStation fanboys crying just as much as PlayStation is. Just as much as PlayStation is. They're even twisting the narrative, making it seem like Xbox is desperate. No, you dumbasses. Xbox is trying to get this deal finished. Because they have a plan for ABK. And it's not just Call of Duty. They really want King. They want some of the IPs owned by Activision Blizzard. This is a bigger ball game than just Call of Duty. Dummies. Look, I thought this was some very interesting news today. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's doing videos. Everybody's going to have podcasts. And it's going to be a lot of fun. But look, I'm about to get up out of here. This is great, man. This is good shit. Xbox is confident. They're talking shit. They're putting everything out in the open. And I dare Sony to turn this deal down. I dare Sony to turn this deal down. What's going to happen after that, I do not know. But it's going to be very, very damn entertaining. Look, guys, it's time for me to get my black ass up out of here. But if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.